Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nur AQILAH binti SAMSURI. My matric number is A20A1614. Today I would like to share about Tealive Malaysia. I know all of you know about Tealive Malaysia and love to drink it. The first question is, what is the Tealive company management, and explain about the four management functions. Management is the administration of an organization, whether it is a business, a non-profit, or a government body. Management entails the activities of developing an organization strategy and coordinating the effort of its employees or volunteers to achieve its goal through the use of available resources, such as financial, natural, technological, and human resources. The term management can also refer to those who manage an organization, also known as managers. Management is the process of planning, decision making, organizing, leading, motivating, and controlling an organization human resource, financial resources, physical and information resource in order to achieve its goal efficiently and effectively. There are four management functions that were implemented in the life company, which is planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. Firstly, making planning. A manager's primary responsibility is to establish organizational goals and develop a plan of action to achieve them. This entails allocating employer resources and delegating responsibilities, as well as establishing realistic completion timelines and standards. Managers must check in on team process on a regular basis in order to make minor adjustments as need while maintaining a clear picture of the company overall aim and goals. Tealive is set to expand into Cambodia after brand owner Loopholding Syndrome Berhad signed a master franchise agreement with a unit of Cambodia HSC Group to open 25 Tealive outlets over the next 5 years. Brian Low, founder the CEO of Loop Holding, stated that the choosing Cambodia partner was a good fit for the Tealive brand because it has been the custodian of various international food and beverage F&B brands. Tealive intends to launch the new Tealive 3.0 format, which will include contactless ordering and payment, drive-through and drive-in version, and the entire Tealive Eat snack line. To accomplish this, managers typically assess internal and external factors that may affect plan execution, such as economic growth, customers, and competitors. They also develop a realistic timeline for achieving the goal or goals, taking into account the organization available finance, personnel, and resources. Second, organizing. Along with planning, a manager's organizational skill can help a business or department run smoothly. Keep everyone and everything organized throughout daily operation is an important function of management, from establishing internal process and structure to determine which employee of term are best suited for specific tasks. Brian Low wants his company to be focused on its mission and the goal of achieving its strategy to become financially strong in a position of leadership. Third, leading. Leading entails motivating and manipulating employees' action in order to achieve organizational objectives. Instead of concentrating on project leadership process on dealing with individuals, such as individuals, team, and group. Managers can foster a positive work environment by recognizing when employees require assistance or direction and rewarding them with positive feedback when they performance well. Brian Lu, the CEO of Tealive, instilled a clear vision and motivational in his employees in order to ensure their loyalty to the company. And lastly, controlling. Managers should consistently monitor employee performance, work quality, and the efficiency and dependability of complete projects to ensure that all of the above functions contribute to a company's success. Management, regulation, and quality control, in turn ensuring that the company's long-term objectives are met, as well as making the necessary improvement when they are not. Brian Lu keeps an eye on the budget and resources to ensure that they are making the best use of the resources available and are not going over budget. The second question is, who is the top manager at Loop Holdings Sdn Bhd, and explain 10 role top manager performance in organization. The top manager at Loop Holdings Sdn Bhd is Brian Lu, and there are 10 role top manager for perform in organization is a figurehead. This role refers to your responsibility as a manager to carry out tasks that are social, symbolic, or legal in nature. You are not making decisions in this situation, but rather action as representative of the organization. You also want to inspire your team to complete goals and tasks as a figurehead. Attending a social lunch or event with a client is an example of responsibility in a figurehead role. You are there or to promote your company or team to project professional image. Second, leader. The leader managerial role refer to your responsibility as a manager to monitor the performance of your employers overall. You want to manage the team and each member responsibility to ensure that you meet your goal effectively. Some of your responsibility in this role will include providing guidance, developing and motivating employees, and conducting evaluation. For example, your team may have a specific sales goal that it wishes to achieve within the next month. As a leader, you will communicate your expectation to team members and ensure that they understand. You would check in with them on a regular basis throughout the month to monitor their process, and may provide resources or delegate tasks as needed to help them achieve their goal. Third, liaison. You create a maintain internal and external relationship as a liaison. You act a liaison between various groups to people to ensure that work runs smoothly. As a liaison, you can transfer knowledge or information to members of your organization chain of command of communicate with stockholder and employee to keep project on track. In some cases, you may bring in members of your internal network to help the organization achieve its goal more efficiently. As a manager, for example, you would communicate with your employee on a regular basis while interacting with your client. In your client conversation, you can gain insight on what their needs are. Then relay the information to your employees now that they have to understand of the client expectation. You can ensure that they work to fulfill those needs and deliver a successful result. Next, monitor. As a monitor, you look for information about your organization such as potentially significant industry change, internal and external sources are used in a research. You will analyze all relevant information once you will gather it in order to identify and solve potential problems. Monitoring and responsibilities also include assessing the organization current operation and identify potential area for improvement. Next, disseminator. As a disseminator, you retrieve message from both internal and external source and deliver them to the appropriate people. This information can be communicated both verbally and in writing. This situation usually refer to valuable or otherwise important information that will benefit your organization or provide guidance and tasks that your employee must complete. For example, you may have developed a proposal for a new product design after researching industry trend. You will then submit this proposal for approval to upper management and distribute it to your employees. Providing the proposal to your employees allow them to become acquainted with the project and enable you to determine how to delegate tasks. Next, spokesperson. As a spokesperson, you represent your organization and communicate information to external stakeholders such as goals or policies. If you in a large organization, you may be required to serve as a team spokesperson and represent it internal meeting or event. In this case, you may be required to provide information about the team performance and goal to upper management or other department. For example, your responsibility as a spokesperson may require you to attend the annual shareholder meeting. You can inform the attendants at the meeting about the quantifiable result or accomplishment that your team achieved that year, such as sale figures. You may also discuss the strategic business goal you aim to achieve in the next year. Entrepreneur. The entrepreneur interest responsibilities related to the organization and management of business process. These responsibilities may include problem solving as well as the development and implementation of new ideas or strategies. As an entrepreneur, your ideas and decisions frequently foster innovative solutions that propel the organization forward. If you notice slow sale on one of your company keeps offering, for example, you may decide to devise a new market strategy based on social media to address the problem. Next, resource allocator. You are the change of managing and distributing resource. As a resource allocator, you decide how those materials should be used to apply throughout the organization or team. The resources will vary ranging from funding the equipment to personnel. For example, if you are in charge of the organization budget, you will decide how to allocate funds to your department based on their needs or goal. And lastly, negotiator. You participate in other negotiation situation as a negotiator. This negotiation may take place with third parties, in which case you will represent the interests of your organization. You could also host negotiation with internal parties like other department or team members. Negotiation successfully will require you to again buy in by appealing to the other party interests and needs. For example, you go into a salary negotiation with an employer. If you are unable to meet their monetary request, you may negotiate a lower figure with providing international benefits such as more vacation days to make the offer more appealing. The lastly question, Why innovation is important to CEO Brian Loop's job, and explain how technology changed the manager works today. Chair Time and Tealive now both have a struggle for dominance in the Malaysian bubble tea market. Chata has the stronger brand recognition, but it has lost more of its distributing network. There have been conflicting reports from both parties regarding the number of franchises that will continue to further the Chatham brand. The scale, speed, and execution of the massive rebranding effort was frankly impressive. Brian Low was able to grow Chatham in Malaysia at an astounding pace. If Chatham wants to be emerged as the dominant bubble tea brand, it is going to have to find something who can do the same. The new master franchise will have to different itself in a market that is already have familiar with bubble tea. Tealive currently in the prime spot to become the next Malaysian tea empire. The number of outlets is actually significant, and the number of franchise is significant. With more than 160 outlets throughout Malaysia, Tealive brand recognition is expected to grow rapidly. Brian mentioned that he intends to raise the number of outlets from 160 to 250 by the end of October. With year of experience in the Malaysian market, Loopholding can adjust quickly to changing consumer demand and remain relevant as a trending tea brand. The freedom to innovate could allow Tea Life to offer products that are more adjust to the want and needs of the Malaysian customer. That's all from me. Thank you.